What up, YouTube Elleix? Coming back at you with another Custom Zion Races cast. Now, it's going to be a different one today. We are watching a 1 versus 3 Archon matchup. So, one of these races is being played solo. The other race is being played by 3 players. It should be a wild game today. Spawning on the bottom left-hand side of the map, it's our green solo Keiron player U. Going up against his opponents, spawning on the top right-hand side of the map, it's our blue Keiron players, led by wait a minute, wait. Okay, we are back. It is our blue Keiron players, MrHobo, Quantinum, and Quoror. I had to consult my notes. So, this is not MrHo. This is MrHobo, contrary to what you guys might think. And it looks like you accidentally saw what race, I should say, that these guys rolled. It looks like the blue players may have been rolling random, and you is asking if he should be playing normally or if he should be playing off that knowledge. And Quoror is saying, play as if you never heard. You saw nothing, man. You saw nothing. So we'll see if you is able to do that. You is a Grandmaster level player, so playing with that knowledge would be really difficult to play as if you don't know what race you're going up against. But at the same time, we do have a scout right here, so he may as well start playing as if he's playing against Keiron. We do have a scout right here. It's not clear who's controlling it. He will see that there is a natural base being placed down at the natural location and able to chase away this converter. You trying to save this thing, and it looks like he will, but this is going to delay the natural base for the green Keiron player. We do have a pariah warping in right here. MrHobo or Quantinum or Quoror, whoever is controlling this thing, able to run this thing to safety before it gets destroyed by that pariah, and you back to happily building his natural base. Now, one thing to keep in mind with Archon is, yes, you do have macro and micro potential of 2 players, or in this case 3 players, but it's really easy to step on each other's toes and mess up a build order. I've done that so much. As far as I know, at the time of playing this game, they were on voice chat, so they're able to talk in real time, which is going to be super helpful. There's a bunch of pings right here, and at the same time, we don't have a natural base being put down for the blue Keiron team, which is really interesting considering that they have the micro and macro potential of 3 players in one race. We do have what is going to be, I think, a third base coming down for you. So our blue Keiron players see that the green Keiron is double expanding, and now they're pinging right here. What are they doing? Are they trying to throw down a citadel of their own? Is that what they're doing? I mean, they haven't built one yet, and it's really weird to me that they're still not building anything in their main base. And we have 2 pariahs on the way to do some damage, and guess what? Look at the mini-map. We have a citadel being placed right next door to the green Keiron player, and now we have the pariahs able to take out one of those vaults before it warped in. This other vault trying to save itself, and now we have the pariahs trying to eat up some of these converters. Good control there by the blue team, though, able to save, I think, all their workers. No workers went down this game at all, so good control by our blue Keiron team. I would expect nothing less considering this race is being controlled by 3 people at once, which is wild to me. I've never seen a game played like this. Most Archon games, if not all Archon games I've seen, have been controlled by 2 players each. I did not know that you could control a race with 3 players in Archon mode. I'm not really sure I've seen that before. So really interesting. We do have some resistance coming down for our blue Keiron team. We have some more pings right here. The Umbras doing a good amount of damage, and the Umbras are also really tanky, and they do cloak when they start rolling around. There is an upgrade that allows them to cloak way faster at the cost of some health, I believe. This is a lot of pariahs, though, and if you guys are not familiar with the Keiron, the pariahs are basically like an in-between of, I want to say, a zealot and an adept. They have a really short range blink ability or shade ability, I think it's called phase, that lets them quickly engage or disengage armies right there as we saw it. And we have a lot of pariahs right here. Should probably take out the remaining blue Keiron forces, but there's some good control right here. These Umbras kiting around these pariahs like nothing, getting a lot of damage and taking a look at the resources lost. Green, our green solo player losing 750 resources. Our blue three-player race, I should say, only losing 300 resources. It's so hard for me to say that. I'm not used to seeing a race being controlled by 3 players and they're able to take out the third base, and at the same time, I don't think you has scouted this proxy base right here. Now, one other thing I should mention, if you guys are not familiar with the Keiron, is they can warp in units, but they can only warp in units around their citadel, about a pylon's worth of distance around their citadel. So any sort of cheesy macro play has to be done via the citadel. But as we just saw, these Umbras getting taken out by our green Keiron race. You throwing down his third base once again, and he's so close to scouting this, but he should know right now, if he spots this Umbra, that something weird is going on. Like, why did it come from here rather than the right side of the map? Running away though, he has not scouted this. You have to figure this out. You have to know that something weird is going on. These Umbras are coming from really bizarre locations. We have an almost surround on these Umbras, but the Umbras just a little bit too fast, able to run away, and now they are cloaked again. So without any detection, they are safe as long as they are moving. Here we go. We have another engagement, but we have the good surround right here. This is what you was trying to do this whole time. Able to take out 2 of the 4 Umbras, but now we have a reinforcing fleet. Not even fleet, but reinforcing ball of 3 more Umbras. And here we go. You able to finally spot what is the proxy base right here. This is going to be a huge pickup for him. This base is going to be way too hard for the blue Keiron team to defend. So finally, for you, able to take out this base. The base was mining. These converters running for their lives. The pariahs trying to do some damage right here. These Umbras trying to save the citadel at the same time. May actually be able to save it. You trying to get some worker kills right here. How many workers went down? 13 workers to 7 in favor of our green Keiron player. These pariahs ultimately going down. The Pulsars are a really cool unit. They can walk and attack at the same time. It's really good for defensive purposes. We have these Umbras still trying to defend the Citadel. The Citadel is still alive somehow, man. I really don't know how, but it will ultimately go down. It looks like these 2 pariahs may take the glory. The rest of the army coming in to join the party. These Umbras still somehow alive. 5 kills on this one, 4 kills on the one on the left, and 4 kills for the one on the right. So really cost-effective control right there, but ultimately losing that forward base. We do have a third base coming down for our blue team. Finally, taking a look at the workers, it's 59 workers to 51. Really not that much of a difference, and it looks like this game is slowly evening out. Army supply, though, is in favor of you. 16 army supply to 6. So if you attacks right now, he may be able to win the game. And one thing I want to mention is this ability right here is from a unit or a structure called the Oculus. I don't know who owns the Oculus right now. It looks like this may be the blue team's Oculus, but what the Oculus does is it gives you vision anywhere you cast it on the map, but it only has, I want to say, about half a map's worth of range. So this thing stays here forever. It is a super sick ability. I don't know where that Oculus is, though. If I find it, I will point it out. It looks like this game is starting to slow down just a little bit, but as I said that, you coming in for the kill, it looks like he's running right under this Oculus right here. So I want to say that this may be Yu's Oculus. Where is it, man? I'm trying to find it, but I can't see it. Anyway, we do have what is the 4th base being scouted by this Umbra right here. We have a 4th base coming down for our 3-player blue Keiron team, but this will force the cancel, but there's no cancel that went down. So that is 400 free minerals, and now we have you coming in for the kill. Will he go for the 3rd base? It looks like he will, destroying what is going to be this nullifier right here almost instantly. We do have a few edifices here as well. The tier 1 tech structure for the Keiron. We have an evacuation of these converters. These pariahs trying to chase them down. Taking a look at the workers killed, 21 workers killed to 14 in favor of our green Keiron player, and the third base will go down. It looks like this may turn into some sort of base race situation, or it looks like actually our 3-player team is going to try and defend their natural base. What will they be able to do? It's 49 army supply to 34. Worker supply is 66 to 47. Now 46. So these converters trying to run for their lives. These pariahs having a great time chasing these things down. We really don't have any sort of harassment right here, except for this Aurora with 2 kills will almost go down to the hands of these subjectors. The subjectors are really, really good anti-air. They would be able to melt that thing from the sky if our blue team was not controlling that. But this Aurora able to run away with 3 kills. And now it's looking like this may be in favor of our green Keiron player. The game's still not over, though, but we have a big engagement sort of on the top middle of the map, and we have the third base being canceled this time, and we have the blue Keiron army retreating back home to the defense of this one nullifier, but it looks like Yu is going in for the kill and ultimately pulling back. Does not want to overcommit right here, and right when I said that, he goes in for the phase into the natural base, and he's going in for the kill. It looks like the blue army getting destroyed by the green army, and now it looks like MrHobo, Quantinum, and Quoror are on their back feet right here. Staying in this game, though, I gotta give it to them. They are trying their best to win this game. We have the single Umbra, but MrHobo throwing out the GG, leaving the game. Quantinum throwing out the GG. Yu throwing out the GG. Who's left? Quoror is the only one left. It looks like Quoror's like, no, we can still win this. He has not left the game. He is not throwing out his GG just yet until right now, leaving the game, giving the victory to our green solo Keiron player. What a wild Archon game. Not something I've cast before. Super fun to watch. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email and Discord in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.